Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Let's get this show on the road. I hope everybody can hear me. I've got a new microphone, so I have no idea how it's actually sounding. Alright, so I'm going to do everything alphabetical order. I hope I won't sound too biased about some of them, because I already actually submitted my votes. There's one that I'm going to skip because it has a lot of effects that are actually not allowed into the event. And it's kinda screwing up my game, so just gonna skip it. Going to do everything first person, of course. So number 1 here on the list is the Krampus. And the Krampus comes around and steals children at night that are out and did not go to bed. And I believe the Krampus is up here the stairs. And there he is. So this friendly guy over there, he's waiting for any children that are unattended and are still out at night. And they will be punished. Ah, yes, it's the Nachtcop, thank you. But the folklore is right. If you're a child and you're out at night, he might be out to get you. So actually, you're supposed to see him from the window here, but I must say I've tried to play with the view, and it's hard, but you can kind of see his eyes up there, I guess. But not to worry. If you're in bed, you're safe. So I must say I quite like this one for a small build. Alrighty. Let's go to number 2 on the list. So this is an Icelandic legend about Gillitrud. I hope I pronounced that right. I have no idea. So it's a master weaver who lived in a cave in the volcano of Eyjafjallajökull, however you pronounce that. And it's like a cheapskate version of Rumpelstiltskin. The one that was forced to straw spun into gold. But Gillitrud needs to weave wool into cloth. And she refuses to leave her cave ever again. So let's have a look. So the cloth is already here. Seems to be quite a warm cave with all the lava up here. I think we can get up here. I mean, a bathtub is obviously necessary. If you've got to work all day, you have to clean yourself. Seems like she's been working quite hard. a bit of a jumping to get up here. And of course, no house is complete without a cat. Or two cats. So another quite small and cozy contribution. So let's get to number 3. And number 3 is an Alice in Wonderland. I don't think I have to explain Alice in Wonderland, everybody knows, I hope. If you don't, it's definitely worth reading the book. And the countless movies that have been made about it. So let's have a look. Of course, there's the white rabbit. Just running around. I guess this is kind of an imitation Cheshire cat with bushes. We got some things floating into the air. Because it's Alice in Wonderland, so of course everything goes. Dinner is waiting, but of course we're running out of time. Talking about of time, there should be a clock here, right? I mean, come on. Yeah, what do we have here? We have another Cheshire cat. He's obviously stalking us. And a magnificent cart house. Made out of paintings, because why not? Okay, let's move on. So I must say this is a legend I've never heard of. So whoever made it, feel free to fill me in. But it's called the Ghost Barge of Ironbridge. And the description is at the ship's helm a tall figure stands, often described as wearing old-fashioned clothes or a dark cloak. He's unwavering, staring forward towards his destination. The barge sails slowly down the river, and as it gets closer, the ghastly cargo is revealed. The ghost barge is often witnessed from the top of the iron bridge and is probably the best vantage point to see its consignment of corpses. Corpses. The bodies are laid row by row and piled quite high. It's obviously a very macabre and shocking spectacle, especially when you're enjoying the beauty of the gorge and not expecting to see such a sight. Sounds spooky to me. So let's have a look. I love this house, by the way. There's so much you can do with it. So everything here is just added to the original house, it seems. Like none of it is here. This is all homemade. And I think we have the bridge there. So there in the background you can see a little bit of the original chapel. Homemade bridge, of course. And then down here should be... That's barge, alright. That's a lot of corpses, alright. Alright, this is quite spooky. Imagine you're just enjoying an evening stroll. And you are greeted by this coming down the river. Okay, let's have a look at this more here. I love it how all the buildings here just seemingly blend in with the chapel in the background. It's like not obtrusive at all. It fits quite nicely. Okay, let's see if we can get up there. Uh-oh. Alright, I guess I'm not getting up there. Slaughterfish. Alright, let's move on then. Alright. So I think this is like a homemade ESO myth or folklore story. The description is this is a residential villa wrestled by Sheogorath from the possessions of Malak Baal. The petrified sea is an island frozen in time. Nice little boat and some birdies up there that are indeed frozen in time. So it's very surreal. There's a globe with hands. And there's this construction. I have no idea what this is supposed to be, but maybe that's the whole goal. That is just chaos. I suppose it is. So we've got a greenhouse here. Birdies, chests. And a crafting area. That looks to be a residential area over there. Oh, good boy, good boy. Guess that's a very chaotic chandelier. Not sure I would trust him to cook my food. That's like, feels like the whole house is just chaos. But I guess that's what you can expect when Sheogorath takes over. And a nice little vantage point. With an upside down horse, because why not? Alright, let's move on. Alright, so this one is disqualified, I think. So I'll skip it. And let's move to the Kushi. Oh, I don't have permission. Now I do. So the Kushi is a tale of a spectral dog. It's a Scottish Highlands mystery, or myth. It's a spectral dog companion of the Fae, date back to the 14th century from all around Britain. Said to be very large and green in color, and it thrives on terror from its victims. Get to safety before the third howl, or your soul will be doomed to haunt the ghostly fairy realm for eternity. Don't you love it how all these myths and folklores are so dark and kind of fucked up, I guess. I love the eerie atmosphere. So, I'm fully expecting to run into a big green dog now. Well, would you just look at that? There it is. A big green dog. Made out of bushes and trees. Quite nice, if I can say so. Alright, let's move on. And we're moving on to the legend of King Arthur. I guess this also doesn't need much of an introduction. So anyways, this house is supposed to be a walkthrough storytelling. So, let's have a look. So I love it how this, with the trees, it's so dense that it just creates kind of an eerie atmosphere walk. Just can't see anything through. Well, and that's how the story starts. King Arthur pulling this sword from the stone. It's a very fancy sword, let's be honest. And we go this way. And we have the castle. This castle has also been completely made out of hand. I think only this little roof part is part of the original house, and everything else has just been built in front of it. It's quite nice, quite beautiful. Even got the little moats coming down into the water here. Alright, let's enter. And there we go. He has been crowned. He obviously has Excalibur over there. Look, his fancy girlfriend. And a random executioner on the wall. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot to see in this one. It's a lot of little details telling the story. Even just like these tapestries are really fitting. He's obviously courting here. And look, we have the round table. Also just tinker together. There we have Excalibur again. So I really like this one because it's like all open for interpretation. And we go through the curtains again to the bathroom. Not sure I'm supposed to go here. We just go here. See if there's something else to see, huh? And down we go. Yes, I know I'm supposed to go there. It's just a little bit... If you don't know to go there, then it's very easy to miss parts of this house, which is a real shame, because it really is story-driven. But of course I had a look beforehand. So you might think this is very suggestive, but obviously it's kind of sad. And this horse. Here we go through. And look, we are fighting. Yes, they have gloves, so I don't have to rank the stream PG-18. That's a good thing. So just look at that, it's so sad. He's been stabbed. He's bleeding. And there's the lady at the lake with the sword. And we go up the stairs. To the tomb. And here he shall rest. His crown. And of course this is the end of the story, because, he's dead. No resurrection in this story. So honestly, I think it's really well made. It's really a beautiful story. Alright, let's go to the next one. So this one is actually the Krampus, unlike the first one. So I guess the Krampus is just like an evil version of Santa Claus. So on the 5th of November, after St. Nicholas distributes the sweets and the presents to the good people, he's followed by the angry devils, the Krampus. As soon as the sun goes down, St. Nicholas disappears, leaving the population at the mercy of the devils, who do their best to chase and sometimes beat up people they consider evil. So now the question is, what does a Krampus consider evil? I guess we're going to find out. Look, we have a tailored Krampus. I must say, it looks... I don't know. I'm not sure if he looks angry or kind of smiling. It's kind of funny. It's nicely cobbled together, but it's... I'm not sure if it's actually evil. Oh, look, we got another one. Yeah, this one definitely looks evil. I wouldn't want to meet this guy in the dark. And this little familiar. And we have one here that is about to break open the door. Yeah, I wouldn't want to meet this one in the dark either. That one also looks angry. So let's see. What does a Krampus consider evil? Well, you gotta be kidding me. They don't like dogs? What's wrong with these people? Look at how sad he looks. How can you not like dogs? Like, I'm a cat person, but I love dogs. Let's hope he doesn't break in. Stay outside. Let's go to the next one. So this one is also kind of open for interpretation. It's called the Dreamer's Secret Weapon. There are rumors about a secret weapon the Dreamer hid for many years that was to be used in case of emergencies. However, it was left unfinished when the elves disappeared. Alright. I suppose our friend being here means we're gonna go inside him. So. Nice little entryway. Lots of pipes. And here we are at the secret weapon room. Schematics on the wall. So if anyone wants to finish it, I know it says the weapon is unfinished, but I guess the schematics over here. She can come over and finish it. Got a giant furnace here. And I guess this is the weapon. Let's have a look. So you can sit here and operate the weapon. Kind of sci-fi-ish. It's quite interesting. Not entirely sure what the myths or folklore about this is, but artistically wise, it's quite nice looking. Okay, let's move on. Alright, so this is also a famous story. There's no description, so I'm not gonna bother you with that, but it's called The Princess and the Dragon. I mean, there's several princess and dragon stories. Could be any of them, right? So I'm expecting to have a tailored, cobbled together dragon here. And a princess. And there's obviously a castle there. And there most definitely is a dragon. A very nicely put together dragon, I must say. I think that's like a ship bow as a hat. I must say I quite like this dragon. It does look like a dragon. But what I find really funny about this house is our favorite serving lady is the princess. I mean, could be a princess. But I think that's quite funny. Of course, the dragon has put everything on fire here. He's not happy. I don't know why he's not happy. He asked the princess. He should be happy. Look at this. All the horses are scared. Chickens are running around. This poor little sheep is running around. This poor cow did not survive. Okay, let's speed this up a little. It's a very artistically beautiful castle. Lots of windows. A little boat there. and the guard. And a statue to Lady Diala. It really is quite a beautiful castle. I like it. I think this just leads back. Let's have a look there later. Let's go inside. Of course, they are not all too happy because a dragon is besieging their castle. And this is quite a beautiful view of the waterfall. Quite nicely made. Got a dining hall. Alright, let's go up. You know, there's like... It's like, you know, they knew the dragon was coming. Look at this guy. Just an area to chill. And of course the bathroom, because every castle needs a bathroom. Also, let's be honest here, every castle needs a cat. I'm missing the cat here. Alright, let's move outside. It's a little bit more here, right? Yeah. So I would assume this is the brave knight that is going to save the princess. He looks a little uncertain. I mean, who wouldn't be? Going up against that dragon over there. For me, I have a nice vantage point. See the back of the dragon. The castle. I mean, let's be honest. Just like postcard worthy. It's quite a nice view. So, I think it's that. Let's move on to the next one. So this one is a museum of wonder and mystery. People talk about this museum in whispered awe, for no one knows how the creator came by such otherworldly wonders. It is said that if you wish really hard, you may find the most valuable of all treasures. If the creator hears tale of your ingenious discovery, you may be rewarded with a humble delight from the famous museum kitchen. So, this house is massive. And I think I found where I'm supposed to go. But if the creator tells me that I missed like half the house, I wouldn't be surprised either. Because like I said, this place is really massive. I'm actually going to speed this up a little bit, otherwise I'll be walking half the day. So as far as I know, I should be inside. Where this nice little flying dragon is. And I think I'm supposed to follow the crab there. It would be nice to have some, like, signpost or something that tells you where to go. Because I really had to figure this out by just running around it randomly. So here we have the world's famous kitchen. Does look good. Could definitely cook a lot on that. And here we have a beautiful view of the surroundings. So as far as I know, I need to go up here now. Like, I really love this house as a base, but 700 is not enough for this. Like, not even close. Yeah, I'll go back to the big hall afterwards. Well, well, well. Shiny. So we have our favorite researcher here. And a crab that tries really hard to escape. I guess he doesn't want to end up in the world's famous kitchen. Just a random floating chest. I'm not supposed to float, but there you go. Like, if there's like a myth or legend behind this, I'm not aware of it. But if the creator of this house wants to fill me in, it's more than welcome. Because it feels like there's a story here, but I'm not aware of it. As mentioned, there is more in the hole. So let's go have a look. Gonna run out of here. It's a bit of a distance. Meep meep. Alright. Some maps over here. And money just for the taking. We've got a very dead mammoth over there. It's quite nice. Nicely put together. And these nice little terrariums. dead animals. We got an excavated ship. Looks to be north. Got a tomb of God knows who. Some rare plants in the greenhouse. So I'll go for the door later. Of course. Personal stone collection. Some statues straight out of Egypt. Or Alakir, I should say. Alright, let's go through here. You know, when you go to a museum, you expect things to be that. This is definitely not that. Uh-oh. Let's take the stairs up. Whoa. I believe that's that. But if the creator tells me what is missing, I'm happy to have a look at it. And if they want to fill me in what the actual myth or legend is behind this, I wouldn't mind to know. Because this one also, it feels like there is a story that I should know, but I don't. Alright, so I guess I can't go to primary of my own house. So this is my own submission. It feels so weird touring your own house, but so yeah, I figured I wanted to make something underwater. And what is a better myth or legend underwater than the mythical sunken kingdom of Atlantis? So how do we get underwater? Well, we have a submarine. So you have a massive engine here powering the submarine, the motors that are down here. And as you can see, there's already some remnants of ruins here. We got our fellow captain looking through the periscope up there. We got our control center. Because obviously a submarine needs to have some way to actually move. So, let's go in the water. And there we are. So obviously we're not that deep underwater. Like, it's shallow enough that we can dive. So our little friend here, with a nice little diving helmet, is taking a look as well. And if he runs into a problem, like this big guy over here, he can just pull the cords and get back up. And there's definitely something ancient down there. There's some urns, some amphoras, some artifacts, some treasure. Some ancient source of energy. Obviously well guarded. This guy looks angry. Some more remnants buried in the sand. So yeah, is this Atlantis? Is it something else? I guess we need to excavate a lot more to find out. Between us all, I'm actually working on a more excavated version as well. Because I like these underwater builds. Alright, let's move on to the Kelpie fishing village. So, the village rejoiced when they found a new fishing hole to farm. But when people started to go missing, people became nervous. There were whispers of people seeing an untamed horse roaming the marsh, as the village elders spoke of kelpies in hushed tones. So let's see. Where are the missing people? Where is the horse? Looks like a nice little fishing village over there. We can have a little closer look, but I actually don't think you can get up there. I mean, I tried, but I wasn't able to get up there. So, where's the horse? And where are the mission people? I guess we just go have a look around and find out. Well. What's... Oh, hello there. It's fake. Now we are in the Kelpie's lair. And there is our horse. Yeah, he looks angry. So actually I tried to get around this, and I managed once. But of course when I'm streaming it's... I wonder. I think it's here. I don't think it was intended to come here, but it is actually decorated, so I feel like I should show it. So I quite like these trapdoors and hidden entrances where you kind of have to stumble around to find them. Let's move on. Let's go to the Baba Yaga. So, for those unfamiliar with Baba Yaga, it's a Slavic story, myth, legend. And the Baba Yaga is a large house, often depicted standing on large chicken legs, giving it the ability to move and rotate, almost like it's alive. And the house can turn around to face visitors or open up, and then reveal its entrance when Baba Yaga desires. So what does Baba Yaga desire? Well, children. She likes to eat children. Okay, let me quickly get rid of the log. Thank you. Well, would you just look at that? It's a house on chicken legs. You know, it does kind of look alive. It's kind of eerie. I really like the atmosphere and the lighting of this house. It's very well made. Let's have a look inside the house. See where the Baba Yaga is hiding. Here we are. Same inside, like the lighting is very well done. It has this creepy atmosphere. Like if I would find a house like this in the woods, I definitely would not explore. I would just like get the fuck out of here, you know? Creepy. So with the windows, it's very nicely made. At least this house has a cat. Every house needs a cat. It's also spooky. Spooky, spooky. Go into the cellar. Because there is the Baba Yaga. I'm sorry to disappoint you, miss, but I'm not a child. So, no food for you. I love the broomsticks. The Grinja show, let's try the broomstick. I would love it if she would ride this fake one with the horse. Give kind of a comical character to the Baba Yaga. So yeah, I really like this house. It's really quite nicely put together. It does tell a story. Okay, let's move on. To the House of Wishes. So step inside the House of Wishes, where all your hopes and dreams come true. But hear my warning, sometimes looks can be deceiving, and your wishes might not come true the way you expected. That's kind of a denominator of all the... Like, you should never wish. Wishes are bad. Always unexpected things happen. So, we have a wishing well here. Let's go down. And the white rabbit. With a lot of corpses. So are these corpses below the well? You know, there's this folklore song about killing your family and dropping them down the well. I wonder if it's actually that well. So, I think we can go inside, but let's have a look around here first. I love the spooky green light. Oh, no you're not. I mean, I don't know if I get the reference, but I do know a very folklore song that... Well, I can't sing. I don't remember the lyrics, honestly. But it's about a daughter that gets impregnated by her daddy. I know, my stream just became PG-18, but whatever. And the daughter takes revenge and kills everybody and drops the bodies down the well. And then they go find bodies down the well, and she gets caught. But I have no idea of that story. Just when I saw the bodies down the well, I figured might be. And if I'm completely wrong, just tell me. That's alright. You also have a cat, so it's bonus points. Every house needs a cat. Talking about every house needs a cat, the next house called Black Cat Mayhem. Black cats are known in Europe for bringing bad luck on their path. But how could a poor, innocent black cat bring such mayhem? It can't be. Let's take a hard look at the evidence, just to make sure. I expect to see cats. Or foxes. So there's also like all the buildings are handmade. Nothing of it was here. This is all cobbled together. I think even a volcano up there, if I'm not mistaken. So, why do these cats bring such mayhem? I mean, it looks innocent enough, except that there's a guy impaled. You know, apart from that, it looks innocent enough. Oh. Well. Do we have a UFO here? I mean, I don't know what it is, so I guess it's definitely unidentified. And it looks like it's abducting people. Definitely a UFO. But it's not abducting this nice little evil-looking black kitty. So, are the cats responsible? I guess we'll never know. Alright, let's go to the next one. So I guess it's not really like a myth or a legend, but it's the English Druids. And they're a mysterious people. So this is a homely home for a mysterious druid. And yes, I do agree. Just, yeah. Black cats are innocent. I have a black cat, just, you know. I love my black cat. So I assume there's no story behind this. It's just a druid home. Some statues. Some druid stones. Some pagan signs. Well, yeah, no, I agree, folklore is superstition, but I mean, having been at Stonehenge during solstice, druids are definitely real. Unless all those guys are just pretending, but I don't think they feel like they're pretending. I mean, that's the tricky thing with a contest like that. Like, where does a myth or folklore end when there is actual proof nowadays if something was true? Are you going by, well, yeah, people used to believe it for years before it was proven, so it's kinda folklore? Or it used to be a myth? But I don't think I'm the person to decide on that. Like, I just vote for what I think is good, and I think everybody else should do the same. It is quite a beautiful house, let's be honest. And it has cats, so, you know, bonus points. Alright. Scroll down a bit. And we go. So, this is a small one. No description either. But it's Tartarus. So, I expect to see lots of fire and darkness and dead people. I guess Tartarus is like the Greek hell. I guess that's a good way to describe it. So we got lots of dead people here. Demons. Broken pieces of buildings. Hellfire. And lots of people that are being dropped down into the fire of damnation. And I mean, it's small, but it does get the point across. Like, you know. It's definitely not a position you want to find yourself in. Like, normally I would say small but cozy, but I can't describe this as being cozy. Alright, the Bard and the Sea King. So this is also Slavic folklore. It's not as well known, I guess. So, heroes fight monsters, but there are lesser known characters who get out of trouble with the help of talent and ingenuity. One of them is Satko, an adventurer, merchant, or just a musician. Our hero wanted to become richer and made a deal with the Sea King, but did not pay him proper respect. So the Sea King was angry and dragged Satko to the seabed. What is this story about? About the bard, about greed, about ingenuity, about courage, about everything at once. So there's several versions of this tale, but Satko usually returns home unharmed. So let's see. I guess it's also kind of story driven. And like, unlike King Arthur, like I'm very familiar with King Arthur. Like, I read all the books for English class when I was young. But I'm not that, like, I know Baba Yaga, but that's about as far as my Slavic folklore goes. So I probably miss a lot of, like, little details that are supposed to make sense, but don't make sense to me. What I do know is, like, the entryway, like here, this is beautifully made. This little ship on the sea, the moon. Like, it all tells a story. It's a story I'm definitely like, I should like read up a little bit more about it afterwards because it looks interesting. So let's enter. So I guess the ship got into a storm. And there's two angry eyes looking. The house with broken windows. Like there's a lot going on here. I just don't know the story. It's actually quite sad. Hello there. And I guess we are in the water. And there is the ship losing its cargo. It's just floating in the sea. There is the angry sea dragon, which I think is really beautifully made. Let's have a closer look. So, I actually had a walk around here earlier, and I don't think there is more to this. I hope there is not more to this, because I would feel bad if I missed part of this, because I like these story-driven adventures. But it does look kind of like a dead end, so I guess that's it. Bonus points for a very beautiful sea dragon. I really like this one. So, let's go to Cinderella. So, this is like the German version. I'm actually not sure if there's a difference, but there's a German version. It's called Aschenputtel, or Assepoester in Dutch. That's what I do know. It's a story by the Brothers Grimm, and it's a story where the evil stepmother gives Assepoester, Cinderella, the task to sort all the corn and the peas out of ash and dirt. And she's calling all the birds to help her. So guess we have to enter the house here. Let's do exactly that. We go up the stairs. There's a bird, and chickens, and another bird, and another bird. You can see all the little pieces on the ground. It's very nice. And another bird. And this beautiful view. All the birds coming in. And here they are finishing sorting. Take that, evil stepmother. So it's a very small creation, but it completely tells the story. Like, this is one of those cases where less is more, I guess. Like, I quite like this one too. But I actually really know the story, so that helps too. So let's go to Pandora's box, because you never know what you find when you open Pandora's box. It's a very long loading screen. So this is supposed to be the inside of Pandora's box, which I guess is just like little stories. Like if you see here through the windows up there. It's very nicely done with the lightning. Like, this is a very small build. I think it only uses 200 out of 700. But again, less is more. They only use the entry hall. Like, this is definitely an atmosphere. And that too. Suggestion of eyes. And again, very nicely done with the lighting. And there we have Thor, Zeus, or whoever it is, throwing down lightning from his staff. It's a good thing there's a window. I don't want to get hit by that. So again, this is not like a lot of slots used. But I really like this one, because I think the lighting is very well done. Let's move on. And let's go to Snow White. The queen, the huntsman, the dwarfs, the witches, Snow White, is told by their objects. I guess we go down the stairs. guess I can just run. Doesn't look like there's anything here, but... So of course it's in the portal area. But there is actually something here as well. Alright, that's into the portal. Meep meep. Hello, good boy. Hello. Got the huntsman. That's a big rabbit. Hare, I guess. Ready for the chopping block. There's another one, like, I always get lost in this place, so if I miss something, so be it. There's a hat. Don't ask me why. Got our bats. That must be a rough way to die. Spooky house. Yeah, bonus points. All for the kitties. Yeah, I think it's actually nice with all the dwarven furnishings here. It's kind of smart. I think this is smart. Smartly made. Just sleeping. Let's pretend. Just sleeping. Okay, let's move to the next. Let's go to Geppetto's workshop. I hope I pronounced that right. It's been a very long time since I watched Pinocchio, honestly. So yeah, the story of Pinocchio. So it's a single room, but there's like a lot of nice little details in this one too. Like this couple of a toy horse. I love it. It's very nicely made. And there we have Pinocchio. Looks like he's been lying recently. I mean, it's kind of big nose, right? So again, it's very small. I think I can call this one cozy. And it's very well made. It actually looks like a workshop. And I like the Pinocchio couple. Right, let's go. Taken by the Silly. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild. We will ferry hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. So. Am I in the right house? I'm not sure I'm in the right house. Quickly check. I'm not. Sorry, I teleported to you rather than to your house. Yes, I just noticed. I was like, I haven't visited this place before, this can't be right. So, I mean, since you're in the channel, I can tell you, like, the paintings in this place kind of make it creepier. Like, they're well... like, any other painting wouldn't have done there. So, we jump through the window, we go up, and up, and up. So I have to tell you something about this house. When we got there, of course. Because, you know, I'm quite disappointed in you. And you'll understand why. Like, you get to this beautiful place. Like, look at this. It's beautiful. Nice little houses. So much little details. It's really well made, like this bat. But you know what annoys me? Then you get here, and you see this beautiful bridge, and the toy cat, or toy bear. You see all these beautiful places here, but guess what? You can't go. It's forbidden territory. I'm looking into the fairy world, and the fairies tell me, get the fuck out of here. Thou shalt not pass. Like, I love it. Like, it's so beautiful. I want to look, like, closer. But no. They ain't letting me in here. So yeah, props for assembling and putting everything out of range. Yeah. Love it. Let's move on. So we go to Jack and the Beanstalk. So we all know the story about growing the beanstalk and then his house getting overwhelmed and he has to keep chopping and the giant comes from up down and it's a cool story. But it's even cooler beanstalk, let's be honest here. Like, look at this thing. It's huge. And look at this. His foot is coming down. Can't see the rest of him, but somebody's definitely coming. I hope he actually managed to get his foot on the beanstalk, or he's just gonna fall down. It's probably not very good. Nice little cobbled cottage here. And here. And a random white rabbit. Squirrel. It's another nice. I mean, you can see the beanstalks are coming through everywhere. Like, this house is gonna be a goner soon. Obviously, it's already overwhelming this area. It's all gone. This man better start chopping fast. And when I say this man, I'm obviously talking about this nicely cobbled together Jack. Hello, Jack. I don't know why you're carrying a chicken in your backpack, but hello, Jack. Oh, yeah, let's be honest, this is a nicely cobbled Jack. Like, we don't know how Jack looks like, but this could be Jack. Like, oh. The chicken in his pocket kind of creeps me out, though. Like, I don't know what's up with this chicken. There you go. The stalk. And the giant coming down. So, good luck chopping, Jack. Alright, so let's go to this one. So this is a compilation build, and it's an homage to Christian Andersen's Enduring Fairy Tales. It contains Princess and the Pea, The Flying Trunk, Clumsy Hams, The Swineherd, The Nightingale, The Little Mermaid, Thumbelina and the Tinderbox. So I love compilation builds, but I'll be completely honest, I'm not sure I found everything here. So like this, like an entrance here. And it's very pretty. I don't think there's... There we have the flying trunk. right over there. Like, I love this little mini house cobble. This is really nicely made, honestly. And obviously we got the swineherd here. I don't know, I'm supposed to go in there, but let me go around here first. The lady in the shoe. Creepy. Look at that. Talking about creepy. That's a creepy dude over here. Guarding this treasure. And when I was young, I had a Hans Christian Andersen book with all the stories. But honestly, I don't remember most of them. It's been a very long time ago. But this one, I do remember. This is obviously the Princess and the Pea. I mean, look at all those mattresses stacked on top of each other. Alright, let's go down to the next room. Quite a different atmosphere suddenly. And look at this nightingale cobble. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? Like, as far as cobbles go, like, look at it. It's hilariously funny and quite good. I guess that's supposed to be the Little Mermaid. So I think that is all in here. I really hope it's all, because I don't like missing things. But that's all I could find. And I actively looked for more, because I kind of assumed there would be more. But we can end it with the nightingale. Alright. Alright, so this one, it says my build is not about becoming like God. If you want to know more about becoming like God, there's a link. It's a grim story. My build is about what I would have done if I was an enchanted fish prince and the wife of a fisherman wasn't satisfied with my custom-made cottage and demanded the stone castle instead. Maybe there are reasons why nobody has turned me into a mighty fish prince yet, but I still have hope. So I think I know the story, but it's also it's been like a long time ago. So I'm not gonna pretend and tell you everything. This is obviously the fish. Sticking his head out. I love that they use the fabrication trees for all of this. It really adds to the atmosphere. Someone tell me why there is a boat on top of the house. I don't know. So from all the houses I visited, I somehow find this very sad. Like, there's a crab, obviously dead, and his ghost is next to it. Like, I don't know, I just find this really sad to look at. Like, poor crab. Never eating crab again, I tell you. I think it's nice that all the paintings here is like water related. Let's go up. It's a nice view. I'm not sure what you're gonna fish up here, but alright, yeah. Play a game. Play a game of cards. Like, the paintings are very nicely chosen. Like, it's all in theme. Little toy boat, because why not? And a hammock. This is my place. This is where I would just lie the whole day. Yeah, I know it's a myth, legend, story, but honestly, I don't know enough about it. However, I do know about the next one. And the next one is called the Burrowers. There are many cultures. The Heinzornmannchen, Burrowers, Brownies are the names. Little folk that live hidden in the walls of your house, only come out at night. Some help you, and some others steal from you. Oh, did I miss the bathroom? Okay, well, then I shall. Since you're here. Tell me where the bathroom is. Ah, right. I actually saw this on my first. I didn't know why I managed to miss it this time. Sorry about that. upside down crab. So did I get everything now? Like, I'm not sure why I missed this. Because I actually... Yeah, there's nothing wrong with upside down crabs. Like, I mean, they're in the water, like, they can swim upside down. It's true, it's like, it doesn't matter. Alright. So, the burrowers. So, I'll give you a heads up, I really love this house. Like, I think this is really smartly made. Because instead of depicting burrowers, we are the burrowers. And we are just going through the little holes in the house. Like there's some little thingies that I guess we've stolen along the way. Because again, they're not all too helpful. Some of them help you, and some of them, well, I guess they're assholes. Let's say that. Like we're in the vent here. And you can already see here. Like, it's like a massive house. But we are tiny. Let's have a look. Like when I read the description of this house, I was expecting a lot of things, but I wasn't expecting it to be like this. Like, I expected to have some cobbled burrowers and a nice little house, and I never expected that I was supposed to roleplay a burrower. So, there you are. Going through the cracks. Like, look at this, there's like this massive window. A clock. Closets. A gigantic oven. And a table. And a chandelier. A chair. I definitely don't fit on a chair. Like, I'm tiny. Can't climb up either. It's cobbled together, massive carpet. The door, the doorknob. Like yes. Well, I mean, you can come over and help me steal the candle. They are working on it. Obviously, they already have a little wheelbarrow there to take it away. But honestly, like, I like 10/10 execution on this. Like, this is not what you would expect when you read the description. I love it. It's really nicely made. Let's move on. So, the Golem of Prague, a classic Jewish Czech folklore, a golem created to Prague, the Jewish ghetto. The golem is powered by a special scroll and will listen to whom inserts the scroll. Golem was once overwhelmed with power from having the scroll active for too long, so it began to destroy anything that crossed its path. So actually, like, I've never heard about this folklore. But funnily enough, there's two different people that submitted the bills with the same golem of Prague, so it must be kind of well known, I guess. So, like, this also has been all cobbled together. Like, this whole village is made from scratch. The only thing that is not made from scratch, I think, is the roof up there, basically, and the one there in the distance. Everything else is made from scratch. And people are running away. The chicken is running away. What are they running away from? Where is this golem? Like, I find this funny. Like, there is a golem destroying your city, apparently, and you take the time to put everything in your cart and, like, wow. Look at this boy. Or girl, I don't know. I shouldn't assume gender here. This person is definitely not here to play around. He's angry. And I can hear his heartbeat. Quite interesting. Also, that person is brave. Just runs past it. Like he's not even here. This one's running towards it. So are you gonna shoot arrows or? Very nicely cobbled together village. And a nicely cobbled together golem. Oh yeah, I definitely would have been angry too. I don't like people telling me what to do. Especially not my wife. But she knows. And I think the feeling is mutual, so that's all good. So here we are at Rapunzel Tower. So it's like the classical story about the girl locked up in the tower, and the only way to get her is by going up her hair. So it's like a one-room built. Just a nicely cobbled together tower. You can't see her, but you can see her hair. I tried to see her, but like, even when you jump, you don't think you can see her. And I got the vegetable garden and the snake, because nicely circled around the tree. So as far as like one room builds go, I think this is really nicely cobbled together too. You know, I say every house needs a kitten. I wasn't talking about a deaf kitten, but you know, I'll take it. Hi, cutie. And it's nicely made. Alright, The Tale of the Dead Princess by A.S. Pushkin. Prince Elisha went in search of the missing bride. He asked for help from the wind, and the wind told Elisha that he could find a bride in a cave under a high mountain in a crystal coffin. Hope she's still alive. So you enter, and you look, and there's this massive, it's quite beautiful. I like this. So we are supposed to follow the path to the waterfall. There's definitely water coming down there, but I don't think there's a waterfall there. And there's a waterfall over there for sure, though. I guess he was in such a hurry to find his bride that he left his torch behind. Well, I guess we found the bride. She in there? It's a bit hard to see with the reflection, but there she is. You can definitely see her. She doesn't look very alive. Poor prince. Made all the way here to find your bride. She's dead. Sucks. Let's move on. So this place called Tufstad. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Not even the deep forest of Smeland were safe from the plain melt. Now she is truly lost by the tarn with a bagatrul, a troll, I guess, watching over her forever. So this is like a Swedish folklore, but again, like, I have no idea. I'm not familiar with Scandinavian folklore too much. I know some Finnish, but not. That's about it. Definitely looks very foreboding. Guy up there. This place has a very creepy atmosphere to it. I think that's it. I tried to jump through there earlier, but you just go outside the belt. There's another story I should probably read up a little bit about, so that it actually makes a little bit more sense. But there's one I know. I think everybody knows this, about King Lord Midasalmo. So, this is about that one guy that couldn't get his lover because his lover was too rich. He met this guy, and this guy was like, "You get a wish." And what did he wish for? That everything he touched would turn to gold. So, I think everybody knows how that's going to end, right? Like, I'm just gonna get the girl, and the girl's like, "Yeah, touch me." And then she's gold. Golden lady. Actually, quite a sad story. Also, I'm not alone. Hello there. Oh, so I guess we go inside. Oh, look, cake. Look, that pin. You can get your cake. It's right here. Just come and get it. But it might be gold. Like everything else. It's gold. Like here. Here's my man Midas, turning his beloved into gold. Yeah, bro, I'd cry too. That's pretty fucked up. Alright, the Enchanted Library. This is also kinda a homemade folklore, I guess. At least I think so. I don't know, I've never heard of it. Not too long ago, there was an incident that happened within the walls of the Illumination Academy in the Somerset Isles. Fortunately, a hero arrived just in time to defeat the Illuminated One and break their enchantment. However, it wasn't the only magical tome located within the school. When young and experienced magic users imagine themselves as the lead in the story takes on a life of its own, becoming something other. An astute librarian has guarded the remaining enchanted books and placed them within a pocket room, which is here, within these protected walls of the reserve section that you now stand. So we are underwater. Interesting. So again, it's like a little room built. So we got the forbidden books here. So if I read one of these books, I might make the story alive, I guess. It's kinda nice that there is like, you can just sit down and start reading, I guess. And I guess that's what books are for, make stories alive. Our evil little friend up here is ready to go read some books. So yeah, one room, but like quite nicely cobbled up together. Pretty nice. And we shall go to the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. So this is like one of these tricky ones. Like, a lot of people will tell you that the Gardens of Babylon are like a myth, and that it's just a story. But, like, I've actually been in Iraq on the sites where it's supposed to be, like a Babylon. And there's definitely some shit going on there. Like, I personally don't think it was a story. I definitely think that this thing actually existed. Maybe not exactly how people think it's supposed to look, but like, I mean, in fact, these people knew about watering and growing things in the desert at the time, so I don't think it's that far-fetched that this is not just a myth, that this actually used to exist. But that's alright. For the purpose of this tour, we'll just pretend it never existed. It's quite glorious just walking into here and seeing this like massive. Especially if you know how the original house looks. Just completely covered. Which I like. Also, stereo. Like, I don't know if you're in the channel, I don't know if you're listening. But bro, tell me, how many damn waterfalls did you buy to make this thing? There's just so many of it. It's everywhere. Those things are not cheap. I'll tell you that. And you know, when it comes to like historical accuracy, which I know you're going for, I do think like, you know, assuming they did exist, they would probably have looked like something like this. Like, just one massive pump pumping all the water up, and then having these like man-made waterfalls to water all your plants on the way down again. Or just having this perpetually up and down cycle of water. It really is quite nicely made. I wish I would be able to get further up there, but I don't think you're able to. I tried, anyways. Like, you can jump around a little bit. Like, it's cool. This ancient Assyrian, just guarding the place, I guess. I think it's a very beautiful build. Definitely made very good use of all this new Necrom furnishing on here as well. Goes very well together with the red guard. Alright. Got a couple more to go. I hope I'm able to finish all of them before my wife gets home and wants to eat. I should be able to. So we have Hansel and Gretel. Lost in the woods with a breadcrumb trail disappearing, a sugar-sweet house is awaiting unsuspecting visitors. And that's it. It's also a very small build. But then again, like, you know, all these bread rolls take up quite a bit of room. Like, if you're hungry, just start eating. Eat that house. Which is of course exactly what they want. Huh? But I think it's this. I don't think there's an entrance anywhere. At least I couldn't find it. Alright, and we go to Le Petit Prince. So if you're interested about the Little Prince, I mean, you should really read up about it. There's way too much to talk about. But this house tries to depict as many of Saint Exupéry's, I really don't know how to pronounce it, my French is not very good, of his original drawings and his play. As much as possible, of course. So, let's have a tour around some depictions. This is a house I need to pay a little attention so I don't walk off and die, because it's a bit of a parkour, so to say. And we got an airplane. The Little Prince, his airplane. And I think this is really nicely made as well. Definitely one of the more interesting covers from the tour. The little propeller and the wings. I like this. This is very nice. So of course the downside is I don't really know what is supposed to be a painting or what is not. But there's like a lot going on here. Like you have these trees. There's like a giant propeller or something. We have a sheep and a feather and a crate. I guess this is a painting. I don't know. We have our good old friend Bastien watching the stars. I guess that's also supposed to be a painting. This is definitely a house where you probably should read up a little bit about all the paintings and the story behind it before. Because right now it's like these little artsy corners everywhere. And there's probably like a whole story behind it. But the Wikipedia entry is quite massive, like there's quite a lot to read about it. Like it's a very abstract, surrealistic style. This guy just chilling. And I mean, I read The Little Prince, the children book. I even used it in, like, teaching children. It's a great book to teach English to children. And I think this is the end. So I like this, but I would appreciate it more if you read up a little bit about it beforehand, I guess. So I think people should do that. So this, I should preface, this is made by somebody that is not subscribed, so it only uses half the slots. It's the Kitsune Sanctuary. The spirit of the fox is wise, a trickster wrapped in apt disguise. With 9 or less tails, she gains power that grows as age comes hour by hour. She's swift, mischievous, strong and wild, and can't be trusted. She's beguiled to help, to hurt, and just for fun. The Yako plays with everyone. So, yeah. I like this house too. It's like very versatile. Can do a lot of things with it. One of the better pre-made houses, I think. Hello there. I saw some wonderful people making screenshots. Just like lying down. Well, I can't do it now, but yeah. It's a nice bath. That's all I'm gonna say. There's the little fox. The little tricksters. So, I can't enter, unfortunately. Beautifully made, but I also am not very familiar with this. I don't think we can enter here. I assume it's that, but if not, you can let me know, and I'll revisit it. And we have a second Alice in Wonderland. Just follow the white rabbit. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna follow the white rabbit. Well, hello there, white rabbit. Are you gonna go anywhere, or should I wait for you? I actually don't think it's going anywhere. We'll just explore on our own. I mean, this is definitely very Alice in Wonderlandy, right? Like, just complete and utter magical madness. All the animals. We were supposed to go that way, but let's have a look here. At these little trumpeteers, the musicians. I think this is quite smart, these little plant monsters. One with the harp, one with the horn, and the three little ones. Like, I like that. It's fun. This definitely feels like a little bit like an interactive story too. The distances are quite large. So let's speed it up a little bit. Since we're just traveling to here, right? So there's an arrow pointing that way. there we have our favorite Cheshire cat. Hello. The rabbits. And look, that pay more cake for you. Gotta be fast or he'll eat it. I love this. It's also quite a smart couple. Got them guards everywhere. We got the maze. So. Are we gonna get lost? Definitely not made for claustrophobic people. Well, well, well. Time, we're running out of time. Hope it can find the way out. Kinda embarrassing if I didn't. There we go. So I love this part because off with her head. I mean, gotta have a guillotine, of course. And there we have the evil queen. And her castle. Quite nicely coupled together too. I like this one. I think that was it. I might have missed something, but I don't think it is. And we have our second Golem of Break. However, guys, I have a delivery that I have to pick up, so I'm gonna take 5 minutes, I guess. Maybe 10. See how fast they are. So, give me 5 to 10 minutes. And we have this one and one more, and that was the last one. they were fast. So I'm back. Alright, the Golem of Prague. So let's see how this guy compares to the other one, huh? Well, that guy did not survive the Golem. I missed something here. Yep. Oh well, would you just look at that? You know, I know he's supposed to be evil, but he looks kinda cute. I'd give him a hug. Probably pay with my life, but I would give him a hug. Like, look at this guy. He's smiling. I love it. Well, those dead bodies are coming from that guy, so... Poor guy, crushed by a wagon. Stuck in the well. Yeah, sorry, you're right. Definitely. Let's go in. There's a bit of an alchemy lab here. It's definitely a bit torn apart. So definitely a bit more gruesome. Like when the previous one everybody was just running for their lives. Here, I guess the golem won. Everybody's dead. Alright, we have one more entry. The last one. And this one only has a description. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. I think I know that story. I've heard of that before. Can't quite place it, but I think I know this one. Alright. Looks empty over there. Empty over there. Oh. Well, I mean... That's one definition of living in a shoe, I guess. That's one hell of a shoe. Like, obviously I love this. This is really well thought out. It's a house, it's a shoe house. Really nicely cobbled together with all these little tents and the ropes. Like, I love this. This is really nicely done. Let's explore the little house here. Beautiful view to sit and enjoy. It's a fine day for fishing, eh? Or a bath. It's little mushrooms to put your stuff on. Little mushroom garden. Because, you know, if you're old, you have to have a garden, right? I love it how they use the Telvanni furniture for everything. It's quite fitting everywhere. What's for dinner? Ah, it's empty. God, she's gonna get hungry. There's so much food here. Someone cook her something. So not only is the food empty, the water is running and nobody's doing the dishes. God, someone should help this old lady. She's also nowhere to be found. Like she just fucked off and left everything on. Like her shoe might burn down. It's not good. So I think it's that, but let's have a look at the weather. Meep. Little boats. Ah, maybe she went fishing. Supply the food. Should probably turn everything off before she goes fishing though. So I think that's it. Let's have a quick look around. Maybe I missed something. No, that was it. Alright, thank you everybody for joining. If I missed anything or missed anybody or I am an idiot when it comes to a certain myth or folklore, then please PM me and explain. Thanks for joining everybody. And this will be on my VOD and on YouTube later as well. Have a good night everybody.